Hi everyone and welcome back. So I thought I would do a bit of a autumn tour to show you around and show you what's happening at this time of the year. In all honesty though, the weather that we've had would still very much suggest that we're in the middle of summer. The weather's been very mild, probably more on the warmer side, a lot of days around 30 degrees and that's Celsius. But let's just have a little look around. So as you will have seen by now, I now have my very own greenhouse, which a couple of weeks on I'm still pinching myself, and I'm just so incredibly happy and excited about it. I come out here every day and sometimes I just sit here and just sit amongst the plants. But anyways, we'll have a look around. Now it has only been a few weeks, but the thing that really boggles my mind is the response that the plants have had. A friend of mine said, look, you know, once your plants are in a greenhouse, you won't recognize them. And it's not that I didn't believe him, it's just that I didn't believe just how quickly it would happen. In just a few weeks, everything is just looking like absolutely incredible. This guy here, I wish I had taken before photos, but I honestly did not anticipate the response. I really didn't. I thought my plants were pretty before, but now they're on another level entirely. This guy here used to be purple, like more of that purple color that you can sort of see in there, and he wasn't rough looking, but he looked a bit gnarlier, but now he's just so plump and full of life. So we're looking at the Gymnocalycium at the moment, and they're absolutely loving it. So many of them are pushing out new spines and plumping up, and just the colours are a lot more vibrant. Just overall, they're just loving life. Moving down into Erioses, and these guys as well have absolutely just lapped up the new conditions. You can see on this guy here, that beautiful bright red, that's the new spines coming through, and over here as well you'll see those little flashes of colour. That's all the new spines coming through, and I mean, I'm dialing back the water, but they're still pumping out new spines. I guess they're just happy. I mean, and even this late in the season, we still get some flowers. This guy here, awesome flower. I love the colour of it, the shape, and the fact that it comes out as such a spiky plant, undamaged, is just incredible. If you have a look, there's not one blemish on that flower, and it's had to push its way through all of those spines. I can barely pick that plant up without getting thorn or two. And then moving across, we've got some Copia Poa. They don't really do anything very quickly. Their colours have improved, absolutely, but they're not about to start growing quickly or anything like that. There's just not not in their character. And then there's a few Gymnocactus over here, and Turbinicarpus. The Turbinicarpus have responded really well, particularly this guy here and this guy here. So that's Turbinicarpus Pulaskii, and this one here is Lopharoides or something like that, and I guess it's got that name because it's similar looking to Lophophora, but they're flowering. And this flower here off the Gymnocactus, that's actually coming off a pup, as you can see in there, not off the main plant. And move across down to the Astrophytum. There's a few new ones in here. This guy here, that one there, that guy there, and then these two here are all new. I didn't do a new additions video for them. I've just been buying too many cactus, and I don't have the time to keep making videos about them. But you've seen them now, so we can welcome them to the family. This guy here is a Astrophytum. It's got the Onzuka, as you can see by the pattern. Now, from memory, it's called Ladyfinger or something like that. It's because it is quite tall and skinny. So I could be completely wrong, and I might just be making that up. But I think I've seen it called that somewhere along the way. But anyways, it's quite dainty, and it's rather pretty as well. I really like that. And There's a few column ones there, which are quite nice. I love this guy because he's so sculptural and architectural looking. As you can see, the growth tip sort of moves around, and he's got these nice pieces here, so I was really happy to get that guy. And this guy here, not quite as sculptural, but still a good looking plant, you know, no doubt. And then we'll move along to the rest of the guys. I've done a lot of repotting already this time of year. I'll be doing more as the season progresses. Look, the lighting's probably not going to be great, but I can't do anything about that. I've got all shade cloth, and also the greenhouse roof's got a green mesh through it as well. So we'll just have to sort of get used to the new lighting, I guess, because I can't do anything about it. But these are the grafted ones. We've got Astrophytum, Fukiuri, Hakujo, and Hyozan. Hyozan's the one without any fluff, or a little bit of fluff. And the Hakujo has got the more mottled sort of white patterning on it. This guy here is going to be degrafted this season, so he'll be getting chopped off. You might remember me mentioning that in the video from I think it would have been autumn, maybe 2017, that I said I was going to try and get another year out of the stock. And it's doing all right. I mean, the plant's flowering and everything, but I'd like to see that guy on his own roots now. I think he'll just look a lot nicer. Some of the Astrophytum are continuing to flower. I'm not sure if this guy will actually flower because he got repotted. No, that's not a new one. We've seen that already. I was trying to remember whether that was new, but no, we've seen him. This guy here is loving the new home. He's put out some new spines as well, which is great. And for those of you who are wondering how the graft from the grafting video is going, I'll just get him out. This is him here. As you can see, he's doing really well, and he's grown quite a lot since I grafted him, so he's looking really, really good. And there's a little bit of a fluffy patch in there, so I'm wondering whether he might even flower. I'd be surprised, but you just never know with these guys. I'll pop him back. And just the smaller ones, mostly Myriostigma and the regular one here, and then you've got nudum and semi-nudum and that. They got all repotted, so they look a bit nicer. And going across here, some more Astros. And this is the base from the graft, and as you can see, those little fluffy bits, they're all new pups coming up, and then that little portion there. So as I said in the video, I wanted to make sure I could get the most use out of the plant and not just get rid of the base, so that's paid off. There's all the pups coming up there. And I don't know whether I shared this, but that's a Aztecium, an incredibly slow growing cactus, like incredibly slow, one of the slowest, and also very expensive. But I got this from a friend of mine, and it's grafted onto Cereus, probably Peruvianus by the look of it. Awesome looking plant, and the nice red colour means that he's growing, or she, whatever it might be. Looking across here, we've got some grafts. These ones down here are on a puntia. They don't grow very quickly, but it's a good long-term stock, and I didn't take any photos, so I don't even know if they've grown. That one's a Astrophytum Hakoon, grafted onto Trichoceros Pachinoi, whatever you want to call it. And these are all grafts that I just did this season. These ones here, all the Asterias. I got sick of my Asterias not flowering, so I grafted pretty much all of them bar two. The only two that I didn't graft were these two here. This guy, because he's always grown nicely, he never flowers, he always drops the buds, but he looks nice. And this guy here I kept on his own roots as well. But as for the rest of them, they're all on Trichoceros now. Some grafts are better than others. This guy here is probably my finest work. As you can see, nice, clean, good union. And then you've got some others that are a little bit on the sloppy side. I'll show you here. Little zoom, there you go. Barely hanging on. So took the tape off too early, but that's alright. It's still alive. A couple of lofts over the back. We've got Giuliani on the left, and then we've got this guy here, which I've got no idea what variety it is. I've had him for years, and I don't know, but he looks nice, and he'll probably get degrafted as well. I don't want him to pup. I want him just to be a single head, so I'm scared if I leave him on grafted much longer, he'll start pupping, and I don't want that because it doesn't look nice. You get him coming out of, like, say here, and it ruins the overall effect, whereas this guy's got, like, see the nice tufts. So I'd like to keep that aesthetic, but I was just waiting for this zoom in there, that big scar. The whole cactus split open earlier this year, and I've just been waiting for that to heal, but I'm happy with that now. It's dry enough and sealed up enough. You might remember this guy from a from the new editions. I don't know what's wrong with this lighting. Here we go. From the new editions, and have a look at how much he's grown. That's incredible. It's like doubled in size. So that's Sulcorabutia augustinii, grafted onto Trichoceros spaciana. Alrighty, keep moving down the line. All the labivias are here on this side. This guy's decided he's going to flower, why not? Then we move into some Farro Cactus. I really like this guy, and he's growing at the moment, as you can see by the coloured spines, and absolutely love that one. The flower on it is just absolutely magic. I don't think I have a photo, but next season I'll show you that. And then just got a few mammillarias. I don't grow a lot of mammillaria, only a few. I don't find many of them visually appealing anymore. But the Lowii subducta I'm a big fan of. There's this one, and I have quite a few of these, a couple of these guys, because I really like the shape. But most of them don't appeal to me anymore. I did have a lot of them at one point. I'm not sure how that lighting's going from here. It doesn't look very good, but we'll see. Echinocereus through there, and I prematurely got rid of a lot of them that I had. I had a large collection of them as well, and that's one plant that I absolutely regret getting rid of, and I'll probably end up going and buying them all again. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I got rid of them. I think that was rather silly of me, but anyways, you live and learn. Got Submachicana through here, Corypanthus through there. Corypanthus will probably go. I'm not a big fan of those anymore. And I've got some Farro Cactus in here, and I'll only be keeping the Macrodiscus. I've got two varieties there. That's just a standard Macrodiscus, and this is Macrodiscus multiflorum. I don't know the difference. They both look exactly the same to me, but I'm keeping those because I like them, but the other ones will all be going. And I've got Farro Cactus through here. Love these guys, absolutely love them. Color combination is just incredible, and I really like this guy. As the years go on, I become less and less a fan of spines, but I really love this guy, the color of them, and also just how heavy they are. I have a thermometer in here, and I monitor the high and low temperature. And just a few other odds and sods. There's some Denmoses there. I've got to stop touching on the cactus so quickly. I keep hitting them and spearing myself. And I repotted this Labivia, and what I did was I took like a taller garden pot and I cut it off and just made it shallow. And I'm thinking that's probably how I'll put most of my Labivias, because they tend to grow in a clump like this, and I think they'll look quite nice if they fill out that whole pot like that. So that's probably what I'll do in the future. We'll go down to this shelf here. These are some seedlings from this season that are still too small to take out of the bag, and so I'll probably leave them until next season. I have already planted some seed for this year. These were planted about a week ago. Very, very poor germination rate for whatever reason. Could be bad seed, could be wrong conditions, but I'll just leave them be. Got some lofts down here. They got really badly burnt, like I'm talking terrible. I'm going to pull this one out because this is probably the best example. You can see there, he got absolutely melted by the sun. I put them in the wrong spot, and you can see there. But they'll recover. They're, aside from being rot prone, they're extremely tough plants, so they'll be alright. They all will be. And I repotted this guy as well. It was just in a mix I didn't like. And we've got this guy here who even got burnt even under the shade cloth in here, so that's Farro Cactus, or however you say it. So he's living down here a bit more protected. I won't spend too much more time because the video is getting on, but the tray on the left, or this one here, they'll all be going off for sale soon. We've got Rabusias in there and Alosteria. There's just some cuttings down there, some more sale plants that are still growing, seedlings, more sale plants, and there's all seedlings all along there and all along there. Not much point looking at them, they're not very interesting at that size. They're tiny, and just some more seedlings and bits and pieces. The grafts are up there, but I'll film another video for them. And over here I've got all my Echinopsis and some Lobivias. This is a bit of a mixed table really. And the Echinopsis are one of the main ones that have really responded to the new conditions. They've just plumped up, they're nice and green, they don't look burnt anymore or unhappy, so I'm really thrilled to see them looking like that. And I've got a few different colours in here. I've got a pink blush on orange, I've got a golden throat, feathered pink and peach stripe, and then I've got a sharp pink over here. We'll see if they actually turn out to be like that, but I'm not sure. I bought them at a cactus show, so let's see what comes of them. I'll be happy with the colours. And then this one over here, this is my favourite one of all time. I don't even know where I got it, but the flower on it's incredible, and I think I've got a photo of that one, so I'll put one up on the screen. And then more seedlings down the line here. Some of the larger plants made it inside, but all of the columns are outside. They don't need to be in here. I'm not going to get that much more benefit from having them inside versus outside. And then just the Periskiopsis, which is continuing to grow, and I'm not going to cut it back yet, but I'll wait till next season, and then you just cut it all back, and I'll use the tips to get more. There. But anyways, that's what's happening in the greenhouse in autumn. Although it's currently 32 degrees Celsius in here, so I don't know how autumn you would call that. Anyways, everyone, thanks for watching, and as always, happy gardening. Bye.